Mortgage Dr. Rich here with a quick lesson on the difference between the security instrument known as the mortgage and the security instrument known as the deed of trust. Some states are considered lien theory states. Other states are considered title theory states. Some states are even considered a combination of the two. When a mortgage occurs on a property, closes on a property located in a lien theory state, the security instrument used is the mortgage. When a mortgage finances the property in a title theory state, the security instrument used typically is the deed of trust, also referred to as a trust deed. In a lien theory state using a mortgage, the borrower owns the property. The lender places an enforceable lien against the title of the property, and when that loan pays off, the lender is compelled by law within 30 days of that payoff date to issue a recordable release of lien. When that recordable release of lien is recorded into public record, that lien is released, and assuming there are no other liens against the title of that property, the former borrower will now enjoy unencumbered ownership rights to that property. In a title theory state, however, that uses a trust deed or a deed of trust, it's a little bit different. In a title theory state, the lender retains ownership of the property, and the borrower is allowed to reside in it, quite similar to a landlord-tenant relationship. Shortly after settlement, the lender identifies a trustee and transfers the ownership interest of the property into the trustee, who will act on the lender's behalf. Once the loan in a title theory state pays in full, the lender will direct the trustee to transfer the title of the property out from his, her, or its name into the former borrower's name, and now the borrower owns the property. But what if the loan doesn't perform? Well, then in a lien theory state using a mortgage, a judicial foreclosure is required. The lender will sue the borrower, force them into a court of competent jurisdiction. The lender then will be required to demonstrate the validity of the note, the validity of the default, that the lender did everything as required by state and federal law to avoid getting to this point, and we're still at that point. And if all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, the judge will order foreclosure. When the judge orders a foreclosure action, the sheriff or constable of the parish, county, or municipality will schedule a foreclosure sale. And the lender or lien holder in a first lien position gets first right of redemption, gets to bid on that property to purchase it at that foreclosure sale before any other opportunities occur for anyone else to bid on that property. If the lender does act on it and buys that property at foreclosure sale and now owns that property, it can then sell that property, recover its interest, and at the time of ownership, once that lender acquires ownership, that lender can arrange for the former borrower to be forcefully removed from that property if need be. In a title theory state, using a deed of trust, the lender already owns the home, and as such, a judicial foreclosure is not necessary. So in a title theory state, we go with a non-judicial foreclosure. Lender already owns that home, and all that happens now is that the sheriff or the law enforcement of that municipality is directed by a court to go forcefully remove that former borrower if need be. That lender then sells that property and recovers his interest, assuming it gets enough money to do that. And that's basically the difference between lien theory, title theory, using a mortgage versus a deed of trust, and a judicial and non-judicial foreclosure. Like, follow, subscribe, share, do whatever you need to do to stay in touch with me and the videos that I provide to give you the helpful tips and strategies that you need to knock the NMLS exam out of the park and launch your successful mortgage career. Mortgage Dr. Rich here saying goodbye for now until the next time.